Welcome back, everybody, to Paddling Pool 211. We completed our group stages and are going to be moving into the final stage now, which is a single elimination bracket with all our strongest contestants. My name is Chili Boy, and I'm joined by the wonderful Pat J. How are you feeling?
I am feeling great, and I'm thrilled to watch Vegedream going against Everest for this round 1 of Top Cut.
Yeah, it's going to be good competition for sure. Everest are actually seeded slightly lower than Vegedream, who I don't know much about, but Everest had a really good showing in Looty Season 13. They did make it to the final stages of Division 2, so they are no slouches by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm sure Vegedream, based on how they performed tonight, are going to be giving them a really good run for their money. So yeah, high-level gameplay coming up from both sides. Really glad that so many people have kind of come to join us, and we're going to be kicking off with tower control on Sturgeon Shipyard. So a very well-known map mode combination at this point. This is a map that I personally seem to really struggle with if I ever play frontline, because it doesn't really feel like any way safe, but I've also been absolutely annihilated by some good frontliners on it, so I think it's a me problem.
It's such a dangerous map, such a dangerous mode. Things can happen very fast. Do not blink. A team can be completely erased from the map in a matter of split seconds. Anywhere, anyone on this map mode, and that's what I love about it. There is so much back and forth that can happen, so much great comebacks that can happen, and you want to pay attention from the start till the end, because this is such a fun map.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we say don't blink so much for so many map modes, but I think that's just Splatoon 3 in a nutshell. It's such a wonderfully chaotic game where things can change so quickly, but it requires organized chaos. It's not always as it looks. It's often very methodical, thought out. Gameplay that leads to those massive kind of switch ups in seconds. So really looking forward to seeing what both teams bring here. That people taking a while to think about the compositions, which is good. Normally people are putting a lot of thought into how they're going to best work together and create the openings to make something happen, because this is a very, very hard map to knock out. I think you have to really do a quite impressive lock. Vegedream, we've got a ballpoint splatling coming out, which has benefited a lot from the recent inkjet buff. And on Everest, we've got a carbon deco, I believe, which is also a monster of a weapon that we don't see as much as I would like. So yeah, really excited to see what both these teams can do. Very aggressive compositions.
If carbon deco can get some steam and can get in enemy territory, it can do so much damage. But what is so good at stopping an enemy from getting steam, well, that's a splatling, and the ballpoint splatling is so good right now.
It really, really is. I struggle with it in Salmon Run because I'm terrible at doing the timing between the short and kind of long shot, but it's a vicious weapon in the right hand. I really love the kit now that the inkjets had the buff. And yeah, it looks like Everest are possibly going to get the opening push here with 2 down and some good control over mid, but look at the ballpoint already putting pressure on the tower as you kind of predicted, Pat, and some very interesting special use. We saw a crab tank come out 10 seconds in, and then look at that! The Dung Beetle crab tank roll off the edge. You do not see that every day. That was beautiful camera work if that was our streamers Brownie's doing. Thank you, Brownie, if that was you. And it looks like Vegedream are going to recover. The checkpoint chipped away at, but not quite secured, so everything's still to play for.
But Tri-Strike killed the crab tank, saved the checkpoint, and gave the push to Vegedream. So good for themselves, and right now they have the checkpoint, they are in, and it's the Tetra's turn to create absolute chaos.
Yeah, look at that amount of ink generated now by the new Reef Slider. Didn't manage to get a pick, and really nice position by the sloshing machine there to stay safe from the Tetra's rolls and to get that pick there. So Everest are going to have a chance to regroup. They have lost their first line of defense in the form of checkpoint 1. That is scary. That is probably the hardest thing to kind of chip away at, and that means Vegedream's next push will feel a lot more comfortable, probably. But that being said, there's really good map control on Everest's side now. There's good position on the tower. The ballpoint has just gone down, which is their longest range defense, and this is Everest trying to turn the tables here.
Everest finally getting rid of that checkpoint. The crab tank is coming, but the price track is coming right away to stop it. They get the lead still.
That was a really impressive lead under the circumstances, because what stuck out to me there was how good those ink strikes were from the Neo Splash. Not just in how they were positioned above the tower, but they were very intentionally delayed to make the tower unsafe for as long as possible. So I thought that was a really good defensive attempt from Vegedream, but Everest managing to not only get the lead, but get 3 down, and they will still be pushing here, and this could be disgusting.
And with a delayed white bat checkpoint is all but over. That's it. Everest, they just got the last checkpoint. They have to move back now. Vegedream Trace Strikes will give them control of their court. They get some breathing room, but Everest has a lot of points with less than 2 minutes left for this game 1.
You do not want to be on the back foot by that amount on this map mode with 2 minutes to go, because Vegedream have to be offensive now. Like, they have no choice. They've got to keep up offensive pressure, and a team like Everest are going to start playing around that and going to start baiting Vegedream into overextending and punishing them for it. That being said, Everest aren't just going to sit back and let that happen. They are going to get on the tower and try and push again. The ballpoint has done really well at giving Vegedream a kind of good initial line of defense, but they are being pressured more and more as Everest get used to dealing with that. And yeah, I really like that Everest aren't just kind of coasting and sitting back. They want to keep that offensive pressure up. They're not done yet. They don't want to settle for 15. They want to keep Vegedream on the back foot until the end, it looks like.
Keeping that tower for Everest means they keep a special advantage, and they don't need to push it much further than the first checkpoint that they already destroyed. If they keep the tower around here, they can get a triple and keep make more points, I guess.
Oh, and that movement there around the tower post was gorgeous. And yeah, Everest, full numbers advantage here. Specials coming out. We've got the sloshing machine backing at one side with the Zuka and the crab tank on the other. And that is going to be a knockout. And what a statement from Everest. After Vegedream appeared to have a really strong opening push there. That was really, really good. Containing themselves, not getting too kind of flustered by that rough start. And my gosh, they did not relent once they got control.
Everest, they were getting the picks, and they were getting the much of everything pick that they could. Every time one player from Vegedream was going down, Everest was capitalized off of it and making as many points as they could, pushing the tower, maintaining that aggressivity. And once that ballpoint was off position, 2 players from Everest were on it, the ballpoint was down, and Everest was moving forward.
Yeah, and I wouldn't quite describe the ballpoint as a weapon that would generally be an anchor, but it felt like in that composition Vegedream were going for, that was the closest to kind of an anchor role they had. So once that ballpoint was able to be kind of overwhelmed, often it seemed like a 2v1 that they were kind of forced into by Everest. That kind of disabled that initial line of defense and made it very, very challenging for Vegedream to recover from there. That being said, Vegedream had a fantastic initial opening push and got that initial checkpoint in a quite trivial way. So we know they've got really strong aggressive potential. And we're going to be going into splat zones now on Brinewater Springs, I believe, which was kind of just known for being Crab City when Crab Tank was beyond busted, because everyone would just sit on the kind of ramp and flood the zone from there. But I think we've kind of moved on from those days as far as the meta goes. I hope I've not commentators cursed it, and I really want to see what kind of new compositions are forming on this map mode, because I think it's got potential to be really good. Any predictions, Pat, in how Vegedream are going to respond?
I feel like Vegedream, they want to extend their range. Something like an E-liter is so good on this map, not necessarily the best for zones, but something with a lot of range can allow you to punish these crab tanks that Everest has shown that they're willing to use.
Yeah. No, I think that's good thinking. Oh, go on, sorry.
You also need to be able to really defend your backline, and that's where Everest found the flaw in Vegedream's play in that first game, is that they were able to really get the pick on the ballpoint. Now, Brinewater, it's more linear, it's a bit slower. You can blink once or twice during this game, it's fine. So this should give some breathing room to Vegedream, and that ballpoint is going to come back. If they can keep that ballpoint alive, Vegedream, they have it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they've gone very, very aggressive still between the Tetras and one of each of the splashes. I like that Everest have whipped out the Flingser, because the Flingser is also a nightmare to deal with on this map mode, because it can just paint so safely.
Ooh.
That being said, incredible opening by Vegedream there.
Yeah, it's that inkjet from the ballpoint really getting the picks. That turned to be a trade, but with just the Flingser getting back right now, the whole map is going to be painted yellow in favor of Vegedream, and Vegedream, they are scoring already at 60 points and counting.
Yeah, and Inkjet coming out again, like you said, did amazing work in that opening exchange. That's the beauty of the ballpoint. It can kind of switch its momentum up from a defensive to a very aggressive option depending on the circumstances, and it does look like their play is very good at doing that. Everest managing to do a good job and recover considering how much of the map they've lost, but they are a player down. Vegedream have retreated, but they didn't get flustered, and it looks like this is going to be a bit more of a scrap for mid, so I don't think Everest's ability to hold here is going to be as strong as Vegedream's opening. That being said, they're doing a beautiful job of winning these recent exchanges, but here comes the Ink Strike to cause a penalty back.
A penalty and control from Vegedream. Vegedream right now, even though they are player disadvantage, they really managed to score a few extra points, reduce the penalty a little bit. Ooh, that's a dunk.
That was a very, very cheeky attempt by the Flingser there to just slap that Inkjet out of the sky, but the nice kind of boost from the Inkjet and then a kill. The Inkjet's buff really, really noticeable, much, much scarier special now, can't be trivialized in any way. That being said, Everest have pushed Vegedream so far back here, and the Tetras are down, and the timer is ticking. Good clutch kill there on Zilvo, but we've got to be careful here for Vegedream. They are gonna lose the lead because it's took them a long time to get back in, and Everest here might be trying to use these missiles to end it here and now.
The power of Everest when they have momentum, and they manage to get the zone back. Oh, a reef slider kill. That's going to flip the zone for Vegedream.
The Tetra single-handedly there saving Vegedream, I think. That reef slider not just stopping the zone, but as you say, getting that clutch pick kind of following as well. Vegedream really, really needed that to have some room to breathe. But look how much Everest are willing to just go so deep here to end this.
Everest right now, bad penalty. They are making quick work of it. 2 down for themselves, but they have to concede the zone with that. Ooh! Okay, they won't concede that much, I guess. But
No. Clutch double there from the Splash-O-Matic. There might have been the Splash Dualism, I'm afraid, sorry. But, I mean, either way, very, very good from Everest there. That just made it so that Vegedream couldn't comfortably kind of get set back up. And look, Everest are just living on Vegedream's initial ramp here. Just applying so much pressure that Vegedream can't get comfortable. They can't start getting map control back because Everest are just unrelenting. So this momentum has shifted entirely in their favor, and it is now feeling really scrappy. Vegedream are just about getting penalties and then getting penalized for it all over again. So it feels like they're just stalling, really.
And it looks like Everest, they don't care about the zone being flipped. They don't care about getting penalty. They are keeping themselves at a player advantage. And with the missiles and so many ways to pressure the enemy platform, the enemy ramp, they can just wait for the game to end. They will keep the lead with Vegedream.
I mean, again, cheeky triple Ink Strike there to get yet another penalty, but as soon as we looked at it, there was a numbers advantage for Vegedream, for Everest still, sorry. It looks like it's evening out a bit more now. Vegedream have gone a bit deeper, but they are really struggling to hold any control of this central area, which is just so important. I mean, Everest Flings are doing such a good job of just cleaning up any areas of the map that were looking like in Vegedream's favor. Not just making it unsafe for Vegedream to get back in, but to lead to beautiful openings so that you can see disgusting kills like that suction bomb right there.
And Everest maintaining the aggressivity, keeping control of the zone. It's like, oh yeah, just keep applying penalty to us, we don't care. And with just 10 seconds left, they just need to neutralize the zone one last time, and that's for them, and with missiles and a crab tank at the ready, they should be able to do just that.
I love the ballpoints thinking there at the end to go for quite an aggressive play themselves to try and get the wipe there. It was a good idea if they were backed up, but it felt like they were a little bit on their own, and Everest do manage to get 2 down and secure that. So that will be a 2-0. We're still in best of 3s at this point in the tournament, and Everest will be advancing. Really good GGs to Vegedream. They did so well to smash through their competitive group bracket, but their journey for this paddling pool will end there, unfortunately. So big GG to them, and a congratulations to Everest, who have made it through, and will be going against Carbon Domination next, who are looking to be a very, very scary team this tournament.
And we will come to our own next game after this short ad break. See you soon.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!